Hey everyone! So today I have another makeup inventory video for you all. This one is going to focus on mostly my base products, so my foundations, concealers and powders for the most part. And in my last video I actually did my skincare drawer and took that down by about half. And now I want to fit my foundations in the same drawer with my skincare. So it's going to be mostly focused on cutting back my foundations as much as possible in order to fit them in that one drawer. I don't mind all that much if it does look a little bit cluttered in the beginning. Reason being, when we move into our new place, we'll be able to put my skincare into the medicine cabinets, which we don't have that. We don't have the pleasure of doing that at the moment. So yeah, I want to cut down my foundations so that I can fit it all into the one drawer with my skincare and free up a drawer that I can start putting clothing into. So yeah, I feel like going into this I'm going to be able to cut down my foundations by a lot. I know that there are a lot of foundations and primers in there that haven't worked for me. In the past I've been pretty bad with not sampling or trying foundations prior to purchasing them, and so I've got a few things that don't really work for me, especially drugstore items, because they don't have a lot of testers in drugstores as well. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to this one. I feel like I'll be able to cut back by a lot in this video, so I'm looking forward to sharing that with you. So far, so good. I feel like I'm achieving what I want to achieve. So yeah, if you want to see me start to declutter my bases and my foundations and concealers and things, please feel free to keep watching. Okay, so this is my foundation drawer. I feel like there is a lot of stuff that we can actually get rid of in here. First of all, I have a favourite powder, and that's the by Terry hyaluronic powder. So these ones up the back here I know I can get rid of. So this is the CMA no colour powder. Nothing against it, I just like the other one better. MAC Invisible Set Powder. I know that there are a lot of people who actually like this, and I liked it as well until I found the by Terry, but yeah, I don't need that. With MAC packaging, I'm actually going to, I'm going to keep that aside in a different place, because I'm going to back to MAC everything from MAC in terms of empty packaging. Which reminds me, the MAC face and body. This is separated really badly, it breaks me out, I find it difficult to work with, so I'm going to get rid of that. The by Terry concealer pens. I have had these since I actually worked at Mecca. I feel like these have turned bad. They're made with mostly natural products, so I know that these can go because they've definitely turned bad. They smell funny and the texture has changed, so they're gone. As are the two foundations. They've gone a bit weird as well. NARS primer. This has also changed in texture. I feel like it's got little gritty bits in it now, so I'm going to get rid of that. Prescriptives Minerals. A, the colour is too pale. B, I feel like they're really chalky, so that can go. Then we have the Stila Illuminating Powder Compact. Now the colour is a little bit too yellow, and also it smells really funny. I didn't think that powder could go off, but I think that it actually has. So I'm going to get rid of that as well. That's definitely rubbish because it smells weird. Elf Complexion Correction. I didn't have anything against this, but it wasn't an awesome powder, and I didn't find that it made foundation last much longer, so I'll get rid of that one as well. A sample of the Ben Nye Banana Powder, which was a little bit too dark for me because I'm so pale, so that can go. The Hourglass Solar Tan Primer. This came out when Hourglass first came onto the market. This is definitely bad, I know that much. So that's gone. Two more by Terry products. These were their corrective bases. I had these from when I worked at Mecca as well, and I know that they've turned bad. I haven't worked there for a few years now, so they're gone. Stila One Step Primer. This has actually turned... This has gone really weird. Like, it's gone really sludgy, and it doesn't feel good on the skin, so that's going to go. Maybelline Age Rewind. I have nothing against this, but I don't really like it. It's a silicone clear base. I have other primers that I like a lot better. I'm going to move that on for somebody else to use. Same goes for their baby skin. By the way, for people in Australia who can't get baby skin, that Instant Age Rewind primer is exactly the same. What else? Garnier, the original BB cream. I didn't like that, and it's kind of separated a little bit, so I'm going to get rid of that. The Garnier BB cream for oily skin. I find that this is exactly the same as the Vitalumia Aqua, so I would much rather keep that than this, so I'll move that along. The Graftobian HD Cream Foundation Palette. I used to have a heap of these in my kit, and at this stage I only use these two colours because they're my colour. So I really don't need to keep this. I don't feel like the wear time is as good as a lot of the foundations that I have, so I'll get rid of that as well. Benefit Erase Paste. I used to love this product, except it is so sticky and it doesn't set under your eyes. It just continues to crease. So I don't need that. It's probably quite old as well, so I'll get rid of that. Inglot. Oh yeah, the texture of that's gone a bit weird. Okay, so this is an inglot kind of similar to the YSL Touche Éclat. I'll get rid of that. The texture seems to have got a bit funny. I have two bases that are very, very similar. The Mecca Lit From Within Skin Perfector and the Stila Illuminating Tinted Moisturizer. Both of these pretty much work as primers, but I can see in the tube here that this one, the Stila one, has separated. Because they are so similar, I'm just going to get rid of the Stila one. And I'll keep this one. The Laura Mercier Foundation Primer, I really like this, so I'll keep it as well. Then I have the Korres Anti-Aging Primer. I got this as a sample and I didn't really like it, so I'll get rid of that. I just found it was quite thin, so it wasn't something that I enjoyed. I have samples as well, which I can put in my sample drawer, and I will go through those when I go through that drawer. Oh, more samples. These are Urban Decay ones, same thing. Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. I have a NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in here, and I feel like I enjoy that one more than this. I've got a lot of concealers, so although this is a great drugstore concealer, I don't feel like I need it, so I'll get rid of that. The Garnier Roll-On Concealer. I feel like this is too sheer to work as a concealer, so I'll get rid of that as well. Then I have two of the Maybelline Age Rewinds. One is a brightening one, which I don't think I've actually used yet. Actually, I quite like these. I'm going to keep those. The Porefessional. This powder is probably the only powder that I'm going to keep, as well as the By Terry one, in terms of loose powders, because I really like this. But I think I might decant it into a different container, because it is, like, the container just sucks, to be honest, because it's really, like, tall and narrow and you have to tip it out, but it really does hide pores, so I really like that. The Stila Hydrating Primer. I have this because I was taught by a Stila rep back in the day that if you mix this in with dried up smudge pots, it actually restores them to life. I haven't tried this in a really long time, so I'm not really sure what I think about it as a primer for the face. I am going to put it in my to give away pile, and I will actually endeavour to try that and see how it goes, but I think I will give it away for somebody who has a little bit drier skin than I do. Oh, the Rimmel Wake Me Up Foundation. This is straight up sparkle in a bottle, so this is going to go because it actually looks sparkly on the skin, and I could not believe it when I first tried it on. I had to mix it with different foundations to make it look somewhat acceptable, so I'm going to get rid of that. Inglot Makeup Primer. This was the first ever primer that I ever tried, and I really, really enjoyed it. I felt like it did a really good job of filling in pores and fine lines because it is pretty much silicone in a bottle. This is the only clear silicone primer that I'll keep. All of the other ones will be like a tinted one, but I'll keep that. I will keep the Inglot foundations because they are beautiful, beautiful cream foundations and they work really well with this primer. Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer. I am down to about here, so I'm almost finished with this and I really, really like it. It's going to kill me not to repurchase it until I finish three foundations. So I'm going to keep that, and I'm going to endeavour to use it up soon actually. Then I have Maybelline Fit Me foundation and the Revlon Nearly Naked. I like the Nearly Naked foundations a lot better than the Revlon Fit Me. I feel like the colours in the Fit Me foundations were a bit off, and I really like the Nearly Naked. So I'm going to keep those and get rid of the Fit Me. I'm getting to my favourite switcher up the front, so they're going to be hard to get rid of. Inglot Pencil Concealer. Whoa, that's way too light, way too pink. I'm going to get rid of that. Actually, I know who I can give that to who's quite fair, who will enjoy that. Then we have Benefit Powder Flage. I have the Bare Minerals Well Rested, and I prefer the Well Rested. It gives additional coverage while brightening the area. So I'm actually going to I'm going to move this one along and give it to somebody who can use it. I love this, and it's been discontinued, but I don't need it. I've replaced it with something that I like better, so I'm going to keep the Well Rested over this. Then I have my Bare Minerals just kind of mineral foundation, which I'll keep because I like that. MAC Spare Compact Powder. I keep this compact in my work bag, so I'm going to keep that as a backup for that. Then I have a Prescriptives Concealer. This is actually a really great concealer. It gives really nice coverage. It's a really nice texture. Really creamy, really full coverage. I'm going to endeavour to use this one again because it is actually really quite nice, really brightening as well. So I'm going to use this one again. If I find that it's creasing and I didn't remember that, then I will get rid of it, but I'm going to keep that for the time being. Hourglass Ambient Powders. I love these. I've got Luminous Light, Mood Light, Dim Light and Diffuse Light. I use Dim Light and Diffuse Light mostly as face powders, and I use Luminous Light and Mood Light as more kind of highlighters or blush toppers. So I really, really like these, and I'm going to keep those. Laura Mercier Silk Cream Foundation. I like this. It's a really nice creamy full coverage foundation. I'm going to keep that. Makeup Forever HD I'm also going to keep. This gives a really, really great finish for photography and film, so I'm going to keep that as well. Then Prescriptives Flawless Skin Foundation. I'm just trying to think if I've got anything similar to it. You know what? I've got my Dior Star foundation, and it gives just as good a coverage. It's not quite as lightweight, but it lasts a lot longer. I find that this one actually, it sinks into my lines. I have a few lines in my smile areas, and this one actually sinks into that, so I'm going to move that along. Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. I'm not sure about this one. I used to love it back in the day. I've used almost half a bottle. I'm going to endeavour to try this one again. I'm going to put that aside to try, along with the Stila Hydrating Primer, and see if I really do enjoy it, or if I moved along from those products for a reason. If they don't work out for me, I will get rid of them. And when we do our overview of all of my makeup, you'll be able to see which things I actually kept and which I decided to get rid of after I tried them as well. I have been going through and trying a lot of stuff, so I feel like I do have a fairly good idea of what I enjoy and what I don't enjoy. The MAC Studio Fluid Foundation is like chemicals. This is like chemicals in a bottle, but God, it gives really, really good coverage. It smells funky, but it just covers so well. So I'm gonna keep this one purely because it just looks so good on the skin when you go out like clubbing or partying. So I will keep that one. Then I have the NARS light reflecting powder, which I will take over the By Terry Hydra powder for travel. I feel like this is really really light on the skin, the way that powder is as well, but it's pressed, so I'm going to keep that. Okay, MAC Studio Fix powder. I don't use this anymore because I feel like it looks cakey, so I'm going to get rid of that. So back to MAC Mineralized Skin Finish powder, like the natural ones. I just think that the color, like, it just looks chalky and horrible on my skin. I know that people absolutely adore this, but I cannot stand it. I feel like it is so just cakey and just, it looks horrible on my skin, and I just feel like I don't need something with additional coverage for a powder. So I'll get rid of that. The Rimmel Stay Matte. For a drugstore powder, this is actually pretty good, but I feel like it looks a lot cakier than my By Terry Hydra powder, so I'm going to get rid of that as well. I actually think I've got somebody who would enjoy that. Why did I get rid of my Bare Minerals powder? I'm going to keep that. That's I put that in the wrong spot. Tatcha oil blotting sheets. These are actually really good for absorbing excess oil from foundations after you've applied them, so you don't have to powder them. So I really like that for a really dewy look. My Chanel Vitalumiere Aqua. I've got those up the front there because I'm almost finished with these, so these are almost done, so I'll keep those and endeavour to finish those up shortly. Then the MAC Select Cover Up. This has actually gone bad. It's got a funny texture to it now. It kind of, like, it's all crumbly, and it comes out of the package a little bit weird, so I'm going to get rid of that and back to MAC it. The MAC Full Coverage Foundation. This is my absolute favourite concealer. I adore this. I feel like it blends into the skin seamlessly. It does not look like you're wearing much concealer whatsoever. Oh gosh. This is the MAC Lip Erase. I don't feel like this does anything that concealer can't do. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of this. It's really quite dry as well. Bobbi Brown Corrector. I'm going to keep this and use it up, but I won't repurchase it after. It does a good job, but I feel like if you just apply a little bit of extra concealer, that does just as good a job as well. Because I don't have massively bad dark circles. This is the MAC Studio Finish Concealer. This is one shade darker than I usually get. One shade lighter than I usually get. And I've got that, and I've got my Full Coverage Foundation. I'm just going to compare the texture. I'm going to bite the bullet and I'm going to get rid of this. I've got so much of this that I won't go through it in a lifetime, so I'm actually going to get rid of that. Okay, we're doing well so far. NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, amazing. I've been through 2 things of this already and I love it, so I'm going to keep it. The MAC Pro Longwear Concealer, also really love this, especially when you're going for a really natural look, that you want a lot of coverage. I feel like this blends really naturally into the skin. Clé de Peau Concealer. This is full on for under the eyes, and I'm going to keep that because it cost me a small fortune, and whether or not it's worth the money, I don't know, but I really, really do like it. I feel like it's a great under eye concealer. Nutromedics Spot, 'Spot, 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 ' I felt like this blended straight off, so I'm going to get rid of that. Whenever you blended it with your fingers, it just came straight off the skin. Makeup Forever Full Cover. This is awesome for when you have breakouts. It just covers up really well, so I'll keep that. And the Bobbi Brown Face Touch-Up Stick. This goes really well with the Bobbi Brown foundation. These are awesome. I love these. They give a really, really natural finish to the skin. It's just that your skin but better look, and I really like those. So I'm keeping those. By Terry Hydra Primer and Hydra Powder. Those ones I'm going to keep because they're amazing. Clé de Peau Silky Cream Foundation. Gosh, I got this in Las Vegas, and I'm super, super tan, and I think that the only reason that I don't like it at the moment is because I'm not that tan, because I really remember it blending really nicely into my skin originally. I'm going to try that. I'm going to do a fake tan actually sometime this week, so I'm going to try that out along with the Stila Hydrating Primer and the Luminous Silk, and I'll give you a verdict on what I'm going to do with those. I don't know if I'll keep them yet, we'll see. The Smashbox Pore Minimizing Primer. I really like this. Very similar to the Professional. I feel like this stays a little bit better. Really good for oilier skin. I like both of these, so I'm going to keep them. I will go through them because I'm almost halfway through this one, and I've already finished one of these. So I'll keep those. Two of my NARS Sheer Glow foundations. I'm halfway through both of these bottles. I love this foundation. It's really quick and easy to use. I feel like now that I'm getting rid of a few of them, I will actually use this more because it's more obvious. But I like this, and I'll keep it. Hourglass Hydrating Primer. I really like this. I wear this predominantly under my YSL Youth Liberator foundation on particularly dry days. Now that it's coming into winter, I will wear this a lot more. This Youth Liberator foundation from YSL is amazing. I love it. I've got two colours because I change quite dramatically between winter and summer. I love this. It just looks like skin. It's just beautiful and luminous without any glitter. So I'm going to keep those. Keep that. The By Terry Eclat Opulent. This is like touche éclat for your face. It's just so luminous and so beautiful and so correcting. It's really great for days where you don't feel like wearing a lot of product on your face, and it's so nourishing for the skin as well. So I'm going to keep this. This is beautiful, beautiful product. Revlon Color Stay Whipped. This is my favorite drugstore foundation. I love it. It lasts really well. It gives great coverage. It seems to like close off your pores. It's fantastic. The Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Plus. This is a beautiful, beautiful foundation. I don't know why I keep forgetting about this, but it is so, so nice. And it seriously gives the most beautiful, beautiful finish to the skin. It's oil-free. I'm about 3/4 of the way through this bottle, so I'll endeavour to finish that up. This is actually something that I would repurchase into the future, and I don't know why I keep forgetting about it. But Makeup Forever do great base products. The HD foundation and the Matte Velvet Plus, they're just fantastic products. I really like those. Kate Somerville CC Cream. This is an interesting product. This is the product that I actually take on holidays with me. Reason being, it's really illuminating to the skin. It's really easy to put on. It transfers a lot though, so you do have to powder it, but it always looks natural. But it's really beautiful. It really illuminates the skin without any sparkle or shimmer, and I believe it's got something in here that is actually brightening, like a permanent brightening product, and it's not available on the Australian market anymore. You have to get it in the States. But I have two colours in this because I do like it so much, so I'm going to keep those. Chanel Le Blanc de Chanel. This is really good for lightening foundations, like making it lighter and brighter, but I don't know if I need it. Actually, you know what? I kind of do. I feel like I go a little bit paler than a couple of my foundations during winter. So I think that I will keep this, but I will evaluate that at a later date as well, because I don't think that I need to keep as many things as I am. But I really do like this. It is a good product. It's very, very good quality. It's just, it's something that is for a particular purpose. So this is really good for either brightening the skin or lightening foundations, like making them a little paler as well. But it is a beautiful product. It smells lovely and it's really, really hydrating on the skin. Then up the back here, I have these Doo-Wop Surface. They're like a concealer foundation in one. I don't know why I've got 3 different colours. I think it's left over from my kit back in the day. You know what? I've never used any of those. I'm going to move those along. And then I've got the Sonia Kashuk. This is the concealer palette, which it doesn't look like I've used it a couple of times. I can give that one away. I don't need that. There we go. I'm going to put this back as an empty drawer. And I'm going to bring my skincare drawer over. And I'm going to endeavour to fit everything in here. I'm really happy with that. I managed to fit everything that I wanted to keep in here, even though it looks a little bit kind of cluttered. But I'm happier with this because I've managed to free up and clear out one drawer entirely. So I now have 2 drawers consolidated into one. So I'm really, really happy with this. I'll be able to spread it out a little bit more once I've started to get rid of a couple of things and started to kind of move things into their right place once we move into the new place. But I know that because these are at the back of the drawer, I will be reaching for them because I need to reach for these foundations and I don't have a lot of choice. So yeah, I'm really happy with how this has gone. I'm really happy that I've been able to consolidate it down into the one drawer, and I have gotten rid of a lot of stuff. I'll show you. I have gotten rid of these things for back to macking. Then I have all of these products that I no longer need. And these 3 products are products that I'm actually going to try out and then decide whether or not I want to keep them. And that's it. I am so happy with how this actually went. I managed to cut down my foundations to the point where I've actually managed to fit 2 drawers worth of products into the one drawer. So I'm really, really happy with how that went. There are a few things in there that had really turned quite quickly. Based on that, I probably wouldn't purchase a lot of By Terry products all at once. As much as I love their products, I feel like they turn very quickly, so I will only purchase a couple at a time or something like that. But overall, I feel like things have gone really, really well so far. The next one I do will actually be focused more on colour products, so I'm going to be focusing on opening everything up and kind of comparing colours and managing to cut down my collection that way as well, because the powder products that are in my collection, they're going to be a little bit harder to eliminate based on the fact that powder doesn't really turn the way that liquids and creams do. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. I feel like everything's going really quite well, and eventually I'm going to be able to fit a lot of clothes into my storage. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please let me know in the comments below. Let me know if you're trying anything similar to this as well, because I know a lot of you are. I feel like we get just inundated with products, and it's really nice to kind of go through and have a bit of a declutter. So I know that a fair few of you are actually doing the same thing at the moment. So yeah, if you do want to see more of these videos, please do subscribe. I'll be posting all of these, and then I'm thinking when I get into the new place, that's when I'll actually do my updated storage and my updated collection, because I'll be able to figure out where everything is going to go, and what's going to stay in the dresser, what's going to move into the medicine cabinets in the bathroom as well. So yeah, I hope you guys liked the video, and I'll talk to you all later. Bye!